One of the greatest misunderstandings that we have as Christians is that our relationship with God is based on a contract. A contract says, I'll do my part if you do yours. If one side breaks it, the other side can walk away. But God has never dealt with us through contracts. God deals with us through covenants, and there's a world of difference. A contract is based on mutual benefit. A covenant is based on mutual self-giving. Contract says, what do I get? A covenant says, I give myself to you. Big difference. Today in our first reading from Exodus, God has just rescued the Israelites from slavery. They have done nothing to earn it. They didn't overpower Pharaoh. They didn't save themselves. God did. Then God says, you have seen what I did to the Egyptians and how I bore you up on eagle's wings and brought you to myself. I love that phrase. God doesn't say, I brought you to freedom, you owe me. I saved you from nasty Pharaoh, you owe me. He says, I brought you to myself. Then he says, if you keep my covenant, you shall be my treasured possession. That's what a covenant is, becoming God's treasured possession. So he gives them himself. Notice the order. He doesn't say, be faithful first, and then I'll save you. He saves them first. Only then does God ask for their faithfulness. Grace always comes before obligation. Love always comes before obedience. The same is true for us. And that brings us to our gospel today from St. Matthew. Matthew tells us he was moved with pity for them because they were troubled and abandoned, like sheep without a shepherd. The Greek word means something even stronger than pity. It means his heart was moved from the depths of his being. God isn't indifferent to us. He saw humanity wandering. He saw our confusion. He saw our loneliness. God sees us. And what does he do? He calls 12 ordinary men, not the smartest, not the wealthiest, not the most powerful. Fishermen, a tax collector, ordinary people. And he gives them extraordinary authority. He tells them, without cost you have received, without cost you are to give. Again, covenant. Because our world operates on transactions, that may be one of the hardest lines of the gospel to understand. We think all too often, if you help me, I'll help you. If you forgive me, I'll forgive you if you deserve it. I'll give to you if you give something to me. But Jesus says, everything that matters most in your life has already been given to you. Did you earn your life? No. Did you earn Christ's death on the cross? No. Everything that truly matters has been given as gift. Therefore, give as you have received. I remember a story. A terrible disease swept through the entire country. Thousands were dying every day, and scientists discovered that the only cure could come from someone with a unique blood type and a rare antibody. After testing countless people, they found one perfect match. The doctors met with the man and explained the situation. I'm sorry, but there's no other cure, they said. We've tried everything. And then the doctors hesitated because there was one terrible reality. It wasn't him that could save them. It was his young son. They said, if we take what is needed, your son will die. But if we do nothing, thousands will die. My son? My son? I thought you meant me. No way, not my son. He's too young. Find another way. And the father walked out with his son in his arms. Brothers and sisters, this story is fictional, but it helps us only glimpse the mystery of the cross. The Father didn't merely imagine sacrificing his Son, he did it. And Jesus didn't have his life taken from him unwillingly. He freely laid it down. That's the covenant that we're in. That is covenant love. God gave everything before asking anything of us. And then Jesus says to his disciples, without cost you have received. Without cost you are to give. How many of us think of Jesus' sacrifice when deciding to volunteer? How many of us count the cost? Jesus says to his disciples, go, heal, preach, serve, give. Notice he doesn't say, go if it's convenient. He doesn't even say, go if people appreciate you. He doesn't even say, serve if you feel qualified. This is our call. It's the call of the priesthood, and it's the call of every Christian. We need to stop living faith as a transaction. We are in a covenant with God, not a contract. And it was ratified when Jesus said, this is my body given for you.